Kent State students protest State Bill 1 today ahead of Governor Mike DeWine's ruling. More on SB 1 and from the protesters ahead.
Transforming the future for Kent State's academic colleges and programs. The plans approved by the Board of Trustees at today's quarterly meeting.
Yesterday, SpaceX Dragon returned 2 NASA astronauts in quite the splash. We have the updates.
The Social Security Agency is making some changes in order to prevent fraud. What they are and how they may affect you. All these stories and more as your Kent Stater TV News at 6 starts right now.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Good evening, Portage County. Welcome to your KSTV News at 6. I'm Liv Sharp.
And I'm Lex Rady. Thank you for joining us.
Well, we start tonight with a bit of breaking news. As of 5:19 p.m., the Ohio House of Representatives passed Senate Bill 1, despite students from Ohio State marching from the campus to the Ohio State House in protest.
Also known as Enact Advance Ohio Higher Education Act, the act has drawn controversy for banning diversity, equity, and inclusion, while also prohibiting faculty from striking. The bill will go back to the Ohio Senate for review. Now, Ohio State was not the only college campus in Ohio to protest Senate Bill 1. Universities, including Kent State, joined in the protest organized by the Kent State Ohio Student Association. Students marched from the K to Blanket Hill behind Taylor Hall, calling for Governor Mike DeWine to veto the bill.
Nobody wants this bill passed. No student wants to worry about what their future will look like, what it will become. I mean, as you see, there's a lot of students here already. We haven't even started yet, and we already have a great turnout. So it's just overall not anything that I've seen any student support at all.
Kent Stater will bring you more coverage of Senate Bill 1 tomorrow at 6. Be sure to visit kentstater.com for more stories about SB 1.
Now, the protest was not the only event that took place on campus today. The Board of Trustees approved the Transformation 2028 plans at today's quarterly meeting, a university-wide restructuring of colleges under development since the fall semester.
Our reporter, Cindy Brown, attended the meeting and has what the Kent State University community can expect for the academic scene moving forward.
Good evening. It was indeed a busy day for Kent State University, and more changes are on the horizon. The Board of Trustees wrapped up their business meeting with the approval of the first stage of Transformation 2028, which administrators claim will save the university $1.5 million.
Over the past 6 months, university leaders developed plans under the Division of Academic Affairs to cut spending for restructuring the colleges and their programs. Kent State is now moving forward.
The endorsement of the Transformation 2028 plan for degree-granting colleges.
The official approval Wednesday by the Board of Trustees is just the start of more changes for the university.
This is something that we're planning out for the future. So how can we use this first step to make sure that what we're doing now is going to help us in the years to come?
The university emphasized that the goal of the reorganization is to cut redundancies by reducing academic leadership by 40% and saving their target number of $1.5 million for Kent State's financial future.
And developing the next generation of an academic affairs that will positively impact learners, create greater.
Over 7,300 survey responses and over 1,000 attendees participated in the Division of Academic Affairs Town Hall to create the final model of T28.
Back and forth of all of the different configurations we put out to our community, the comments that came back, how they see their work being the best.
In the consolidation process, the 10 standing colleges were brought down to 9 degree-granting colleges. The provost also explained that the university leadership for these roles will be in place at the start of 2026.
I think for the most part, people are pleased with where we landed, and that they see themselves in it and that they can move forward from there.
The lengthy meeting agenda also included the inactivation of 15 academic centers and institutions and 9 majors based on low enrollment numbers.
Setting is just taking a look and seeing that This isn't being chosen.
In addition to the establishment of 3 majors, Provost Tankersley shared the KSU sunsetted 28 programs over the past 5 years to make space for more careers in demand.
What are gaps that we're not offering, but we're really well positioned to do them.
The next board meeting is scheduled for June 25th, and you can see the full final model on kentstater.com. For KSTV News, I'm Sydney Brown.
Thanks, Sydney. Well, it's not November. Election season is still upon us for the Kent State population. Undergraduate Student Government, or USG, has their presidential debate tomorrow in the Student Center at 6 p.m., where KSTV will be streaming the debate live on our website. Students can participate in the election starting March 25th on Flashline.
Your first forecast on Kent Stater TV.
The National Weather Service has issued a special weather statement for Ohio due to an elevated risk of wildfire spread. Portage County, amongst many others in the northeast part of the state, are under that warning due to dry and gusty southerly winds this afternoon and early evening. The high winds will continue until tomorrow, but the warning is only in effect through tonight. You know, Lex, it is such a beautiful sunny day right here in Portage County.
Yeah, I would like to say that spring has officially sprung, but I don't want to jinx it.
Nope.
Luckily, Sophia Sonato is here in the studio, and we can see if she sees her shadow or not for a Kent State prediction.
Yes, thank you guys, and hello everyone. I hope you took the time to head outside today and enjoy this beautiful weather because it has simply been lovely. Looking outside our windows, Kent is currently looking at 71 degrees as the sun is going down. Today has been downright beautiful. The wind is currently going south by southwest at 18 miles per hour. We've been dealing with heavy winds this week as a result of the tornadoes going through the midwestern part of the country. And our moon phase is currently in waning gibbous, with our full moon occurring this past Friday night. Now, going into my forecast for tomorrow, I hate to say it, Lex, but I think you did jinx it. It's going to be a high of 55 degrees tomorrow, not nearly as warm, and there's even a chance of snow as the sun goes down tomorrow night. It is also going to be windy as well, with winds topping speeds at 19 miles per hour. Your sunset is still going to be at 7:38 p.m., much later than what we have been used to. Now, I want to take you through my on-campus forecast for tomorrow because it is going to be as bad, if not worse, as the day goes on. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., if you have an earlier class, it's going to be 52 degrees and the sun will be out, but it's going to feel like 48 with 13-mile-per-hour winds. Heading into noon, it's going to be 50 degrees but feel like 44. And as you can see, the day is going on, the temperatures are going down, and the wind speeds are only going up. So by the end of the day at 4 p.m., it's going to be 43 degrees but feel like 35 because those winds are going to be so heavy. So please be careful as you're walking across campus. If you need to wear your hair up, I recommend you do it. Stay tuned as I'm going to be taking us out of our neck of the woods and show you the entire state of Ohio, as well as tell you exactly what the temperatures will look like in the coming days.
Thanks, Sophia. Efforts to recover the crashed helicopter from the Mogador Reservoir is still underway. The recovery effort involves divers, a boat, and a crane on the shoreline, according to the National Transportation Safety Board. The crash occurred early Friday morning near Interstate Highway 43, and officials say that the only pilot aboard died in the crash. He has been identified as Anthony or Andy Jones.
Yesterday, an appeals court ruled that House Bill 68, or Ohio's ban on gender-affirming care for transgender minors, is unconstitutional and should be thrown out. HB 68 prevents doctors from prescribing hormones, puberty blockers, or gender reassignment surgery before the patients turn 18. The bill allows minors currently on puberty blockers and hormones to continue doing so, as long as doctors determine that stopping the treatment would cause harm. The measles outbreak across the U.S. is growing to even more states. Which areas are affected and how best to protect yourself?
And artificial intelligence is making its way to fast food chains. Find out which fast food companies are incorporating AI into their workplace.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. repeat. It always came back.
Dad! Okay, here we go, throw it! Yeah.
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Leland Melvin, and I traveled to space twice as a NASA astronaut. Space technologies help protect our precious Earth. Space helps us monitor changes in carbon emissions, track the pace of climate change. It even helps us fight natural disasters. Make sure that you get out to your local science museum or go to spaceforall.us to explore and learn about space and science. Space is for all.
Hey there, I'm Lance Bass, and this is CHIP. And for more than 100 years, American Humane has been protecting animals in times of crisis. And if you're like me, your pet means the world to you, and you want to keep them safe if disaster strikes. American Humane's first responders are always prepared to rescue animals in danger, but you can also help. To learn more about disaster planning and keeping your animals safe, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Your community.
Your stories.
Welcome back. KSTV has the latest on consumer news across the country.
Our correspondent Gage Wellman has more on the latest trends, issues, and developments in the marketplace. Hi, Gage.
Thank you, Lex and Liv. And yes, there have been recent developments in the consumer world, and here they are. Starting with the ice cream company known as Ben & Jerry's has fired their chief executive officer. Now, according to the ice cream distributor, CEO David Stever was fired by parent company Unilever without the board's approval after he spoke on progressive topics. Lawyers for Ben & Jerry's are claiming that rules agreed upon by both companies protect Stever from being fired due to him voicing his own opinions. The Vancouver International Auto Show has removed its Tesla displays. A spokesperson for the auto show said in a statement that the electronic vehicles were removed due to safety reasons. Now, you may have noticed that there have been concerns about people vandalizing these cars due to the political statements of CEO Elon Musk. However, the auto show has not commented on his views. Yum Brands, the parent company of fast food chains such as Taco Bell and Pizza Hut, announced yesterday that it's partnering with computer chip company NVIDIA. The company says it will use artificial technology in restaurant drive-thrus where it will take customers' orders for them. It's also expected that other fast food chains will follow this trend. Nestle is recalling some of its frozen food dishes over a potential wood-like material. Meals such as Stouffer's chicken lasagna and lean cuisine butternut squash ravioli are being pulled due to potential choking hazards. Nestle is investigating the origin of this wood-like material that found its way into someone's meal and is confident that this is a standalone issue. Nearly 100 Dollar General stores will close across America in the first quarter of the year. In addition to the 96 Dollar General stores that are closing, the company will also close 45 of its Pop Shelf stores. 6 of those same Pop Shelf stores will be converted to Dollar Generals. Now, for fans of Dollar General, don't worry, as the closures just represent 1% of overall stores. For updates on consumer changes and more, go to kentstater.com. From the KSTV studios at Franklin Hall, I'm Gage Wellman.
Keeping you informed and ahead of the storm, this is your KSTV weather.
Welcome back, everyone. Behind me, I have temperatures across the state of Ohio. So let's take a look at how the state is looking on this fine Wednesday evening. Gotta say, we're all doing pretty well across the state as you look. Even as far north as Toledo, it's our lowest temperature, but only at 66 degrees. So the further you go south, you can see we are generally just enjoying our full spring. Pittsburgh is at 80, Athens also crossing at 81, and Cincinnati, you can see that pattern of the winds going through the state of Ohio that are going through the entire Midwest. Now, zooming into the northeastern part of the state, you're gonna see similar temperatures as well. So, taking a look right here, you can see Sandusky and Mansfield at 66 degrees. Everyone else crossing that 70-degree mark even as the sun is going down, which is very good for today. But as I had mentioned earlier, it is going to get colder as the week continues. And as I mentioned those, I want to show you exactly what those temperatures are. Tomorrow, as I mentioned earlier, is going to be a high of 55 degrees with a chance of snow in the evening. Friday, Saturday, Sunday are all going to be about the same. 52 on Friday, 46 and 47 in the weekend with some chances of showers over the weekend as well. On Monday, it's going to be very windy, top speeds of about 19 miles per hour. So be sure to be careful when you're on campus those days. And on Tuesday and Wednesday, you're going to see the effects of that as the highs are only 42 and 41 degrees respectively. For more details on these patterns of precipitation and the upcoming drop in temperatures, you can always tune in right here with us at KSTV. From the Franklin Hall studio, I'm Sophia Sonato.
Thanks, Sophia. Yesterday, the two NASA astronauts that had been stuck in space for 9 months have finally returned to their home planet.
Our correspondent, Lexi Blatnick, has more updates on the story along with other trending national news. Lexi, tell us more about this return.
Hi guys. Yes, the two astronauts touched ground on the coast of Florida yesterday after NASA determined their craft was unsafe for the return. U.S. astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams returned safely to Earth on Tuesday. Their mission was meant to last for a week, but was extended due to safety concerns regarding their spacecraft. SpaceX sent a rescue ship to carry the astronauts back to Florida. The astronauts underwent medical evaluations and are now with their families. The Social Security Agency is making some changes regarding how people can handle their account virtually. SSA says people are no longer able to handle specific account services through the phone. According to the agency, phone calls make up about 40% of direct deposit fraud. These upcoming changes are meant to reduce fraud, according to the Trump administration. Confirmed measles diagnoses are on the rise in 3 states. As of Tuesday, there are 321 confirmed cases in Texas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. The director of Lubbock Public Health worries this could be a year-long concern. Most of the confirmed cases were either unvaccinated or had an unknown vaccination status. 38 patients were hospitalized and 1 death has been linked to the outbreak, according to officials. And a federal judge in New York ordered Mahmoud Khalil's case to be moved to New Jersey. Today, the judge ruled that New York did not have the jurisdiction over the case. The judge also denied the Trump administration's request to dismiss Khalil's challenge to this arrest. Khalil was a central part in protests against the Israel-Hamas war that took place at Columbia University's campus last year. And a border dispute over lost territory has broken out between Georgia and Tennessee. Georgia lawmakers have revived a bid to reclaim land from Tennessee. The lawmakers claim that the southernmost tip of the Tennessee River was lost due to an error 100 years ago. The resolution to this dispute was passed in a Georgia State House committee, but hasn't advanced farther in the Georgia legislature. For more stories and updates, visit kentstater.com. For KSTV, I'm Lexi Blatnick.
With the NBA season winding down, the Cleveland Cavaliers took a trip to Los Angeles to face the Clippers.
You may know the FDA is responsible for approving new drugs and making sure those drugs are safe, high quality, and work the way they're supposed to. As part of its public health mission, the scientists and staff at FDA work to protect the American public by getting the accurate, science-based information they need to use medications wisely, all by asking questions and letting science lead to the answers.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover their unique mix of all kinds of traits.
Where'd Wiley go? Where's Wiley? Ah, there she is. Paw?
Do you remember being an ancient wolf? Do you ever feel the call of the wild?
You're a renegade cop, and I'm a con woman with nothing to prove. But together, we could really solve this murder.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but all of them are pure love.
76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive bus.
This is your Kent Stater TV Sports Report.
Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb has released a statement following the release of the mock-up of the new Brown Stadium. He called it a $1 billion betrayal to Ohio taxpayers.
The owners of the Browns had previously committed to renovating the current Lakefront Stadium, but abandoned that plan in favor of building a new dome stadium and mixed development area.
The city is trying to block the Browns from moving and has filed a lawsuit against the team.
We now welcome in our sports anchor, Jordan Hiles. Well, it seems like this battle has just begun for the city and the Browns.
Neither side seems to be budging, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, they're not in a great spot, but let's focus on some better teams in the area. What do you have for us, Jordan?
It seems like the situation will get a little messy, so in that case, let's bring it back to Kent. The Kent State men's basketball team defeated St. Bonaventure 75-56 in their first postseason match. Despite an early 12-2 deficit, Kent State responded with an 8-1 run by Delarico Gillespie and Jamal Solomon to close the gap. The team surged in the second half with Jalen Sullinger and Von Cameron Davis hitting key three-pointers to extend the lead. The win marks Kent State's first postseason victory since 2015 and sets up for a second-round matchup at Stanford on March 23rd. The Kent State baseball team took a trip to the Steel City to face the Pittsburgh Panthers. The Golden Flashes scored in the first 2 runs of the game, but Pittsburgh jumped out to an early lead, tallying 8 runs in 2 innings. This would add another 7 runs in the 4th inning, but Kent State would respond with 7 combined runs in the 3rd and 4th innings. The Flashes failed to complete the comeback, losing this one in Pittsburgh 17-13. The Cleveland Cavaliers took a trip to Los Angeles to face the Clippers. Quick pregame stats: the Cavs are 56-12 and the Clippers are 39-30. Early in the first, Donovan Mitchell up the paint to Evan Mobley for the dunk. The clock is ticking. Mitchell dime to DeAndre Hunter, put him on the Browns. Let's see the Clippers get to work. Kawhi Leonard, smooth as butter. Ben Simmons coming down. Doesn't get much smoother than that. Amir Coffey lays down to Derrick Jones Jr. Bang! That's 9 straight from the distance. James Harden now is put to work around Mobley, straight to the rim. It's 106-102. We're in the 4th. Leonard up for the shot. It's off the rim. Ivica Zubac is there and hangs on. It's looking like the Clippers are taking the lead. Big swish at the end, and that's 33 points on the night for Leonard. Final score, 132-119. The Cleveland Cavaliers will look to bounce back as they head home to face the Sacramento Kings tonight. For KSTV, I'm Jordan Hiles.
Thanks, Jordan. Lollapalooza has revealed their 2025 lineup, and I won't spoil anything, but it certainly isn't slim pickings for this beautiful, crazy lineup.
Can you help me?
What you got there?
Will you help my mom?
Hey, crew, I'll give the first move to anyone who signs up to be an organ donor. How do you do it?
Easy. Just go to organdonor.gov.
More donors means more hope. Sign up at organdonor.gov.
Jimmy can't sing, and Tommy can't dance, so we're gonna put some ants in their pants. Aww.
Kids will spend 22 minutes watching us, the super duper party troopers, sing about ants in their pants.
Isn't that funny? Ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
2 men in the UK are serious party poopers. They were found guilty of stealing a solid gold toilet valued at $6 million. The fully functioning toilet was part of an art display at the Blenheim Palace before it was stolen in 2019. Police believe the band of thieves broke down the sparkling John into smaller chunks of gold before selling it off. Sentencing is set to be for a later date.
Now, this is breaking news to me. The lineup for Lollapalooza is out. Artists such as Olivia Rodrigo, Tyler the Creator, Sabrina Carpenter, and other top-billed artists will be headlining one of Chicago's signature festivals. The 4-day festival includes more than 170 artists across 8 stages, and you can get your pre-sale tickets tomorrow morning.
Lex, I think you know what this means. I think a trip to Chicago for the Women and Wellman Wednesday newscast is in order.
I think we honestly have to.
We really
I mean,
do have
and
to.
if we could get Kent State, and this is, more of a beg instead of a request.
Yes.
If we could get Kent State to fund it, that would be even better.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think this is worth it. Who at Kent State would like to see this broadcasted on Kent State or TV? I think it's worth it.
It's what the people want, truly. Absolutely.
And it's what really the Woman in Wellman newscast.
Yes,
yes, it's really what we want.
This is the journalism that matters. Who would be your dream show to see at this year's Lollapalooza?
You know the answer.
Yeah,
Let's say it at the same
Okay.
time. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Fleetwood Mac. What were you gonna say? All right. Well, that was interesting.
My bad. I thought we were talking about this year. She loves Fleetwood Mac. Anyways, for more information and news updates, go to kentstater.com. I'm Liv Sharp.
And I'm Lex Rady. Have a great night, Portage County, and a very happy 20th birthday to one of my dear friends back home, Shelby Tokash.
Happy birthday!
You feel good about that? No. I'm looking at it right.
And yellow today, feel free to use orange, feel free to use green, feel free whatever you want to do. These are what I have in my refrigerator.
Students, especially those that are in CCI fondly enough, are going to be visiting there quite often. But does their reward program
Illicit fentanyl is the deadliest drug threat that our nation has ever experienced. We lost Leo when he was only 19, killed by fentanyl he didn't even know he was taking. He was my heart, my son.
My grandson. I wish you could have met him. Such a beautiful young man. Kind, smart, funny, sweet, a great kid.
Go to ladrfoundation.org to join us in the fight against fentanyl.
Thank
you.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Good job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
You think you're just checking your messages or telling a friend you're on your way. They could be the last words you ever type. Make sure you get where you're going.
When you throw away